Today I'm going to rank the ballads by Ozzy Osbourne. This was requested by channel member Bronson, so if you're interested in joining the channel, there is a join button below for more info. The main perks are that you can request video topics and you have access to a few members only videos as well as early access to almost all of my videos. Let me get to the video. I didn't pick all of his ballads. I picked 10 of the best of his solo albums and one that was a duet from another album and another artist. Kicking things off at number 10 is So Tired from Bark at the Moon, released back in 1983. This was Ozzy's third solo album and the first one after the heartbreaking loss of Randy Rhoads. It was also the start of a new chapter with Jake E. Lee stepping in on guitar. Now, So Tired is definitely a curveball compared to the heavier stuff on the album. It's slower, more melodic. It even has some string arrangements that give it a dramatic vibe. It really shows Ozzy can pull off emotional vocals when he wants to. That said, I've just never really been into the song. It's never clicked with me, and honestly, I've always found the music video to be pretty cheesy, which is probably why it lands so low on this list. At number 9, we've got Dreamer from Ozzy's 2001 album, Down to Earth. This is kind of his take on Imagine. Ozzy even said so himself. It's all about hoping for a better world, worrying about the environment, and wanting peace and understanding. Definitely more thoughtful and mellow compared to a lot of his usual stuff. The music video was actually directed by Rob Zombie, which is kind of cool. It shows a bunch of nature scenes and human connection, really fitting with the vibe of the song. You've got Zakk Wylde on guitar, Robert Trujillo on bass, Mike Bordin on drums, and Tim Palmer on keys, which is a solid lineup. Now for me, Dreamer it's fine, it's super catchy, it sticks in your head, but it's also one of those songs that can wear out its welcome after a few listens. That's why I've got it sitting here at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is See You on the Other Side. This is from his 1995 album Osmosis. The track features a blend of heavy metal and melodic rock elements, highlighted by Zakk Wylde's distinctive guitar work and contributions from notable musicians, including Geezer Butler on bass and Rick Wakeman on keyboards. Lyrically, the song explores themes of separation, hope, and reunion beyond death or difficult times, with the chorus expressing a poignant promise. One of the lines of the song is, "Though I know we must be parted, as sure as the stars are in the sky, I'm going to see when it comes to glory, and I'll see you on the other side." This reflects a sense of faith or optimism about meeting loved ones again after hardship or loss. I've always liked the song. I think Osmosis is a very underrated and overlooked album in his discography. It's one of those albums that has some classic songs. Although the album as a whole is not perfect, it's still a good album. Coming in number 7 is Ordinary Man. This is the title track from Ozzy Osbourne's 20 album of the same name, which includes a heartfelt duet with Elton John. The song is a deep look at Ozzy's life, career, and legacy. It talks about how he went from not being ready for fame to becoming a very famous rock star. It also talks about the good and bad parts of his life. Lyrically, Ozzy expresses vulnerability and self-awareness, admitting to having been a bad guy. Despite these struggles, he expresses a strong desire not to die as an ordinary man. He wants to be remembered for more than just his fame or mistakes. The song also honors the people who have supported him throughout his life with lines like, "I've traveled many minds, I've seen many tears and smiles, just remember that it's all for you." I've always thought Elton John and Ozzy made a pretty good pair, and Elton John's contributions add emotional depth. I think it's actually one of the better songs from the Ordinary Man album, as I usually rank that particular album on the low end of Ozzy's discography. Coming in at number 6 is Mama, I'm Coming Home. This was released in 1991 from the album No More Tears. This is Ozzy's only solo top 40 single on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 28. The song was co-written by Ozzy, Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead, and Zakk Wylde. The song is a heartfelt dedication to Ozzy's wife, Sharon Osbourne, who supported him through his struggles with addiction and personal turmoil. The lyrics express Ozzy's realization of needing to get sober and return to the stability and love Sharon provided, symbolized by the affectionate nickname Mama, which Ozzy uses for her. The The song conveys themes of regret, longing, and the desire to come back home to the one who stood by him despite difficult times. Ozzy has even said that he would probably have died or been dead if it wasn't for the support of Sharon. With that being said, I've always liked the song. I think the song now has a deeper meaning as Ozzy recently performed it at his final show, and I know he became very emotional singing it. Coming in number 5 is Tonight. This was released in 1981 from Diary of a Madman. It's a song that explores themes of isolation and emotional conflict. I've always thought it was a really great song. It has amazing guitar playing by Randy Rhoads. The song shows off Randy's versatility as a guitar player. He plays heavy stuff, but he plays lighter and more melodic songs. Not only that, the bass playing really stands out on the track. I've always thought of it as a good song with a strong vocal delivery by Ozzy and included some of Randy's virtuosic guitar work. It's one of those songs that blends catchy hooks and the energy that's typical of Ozzy's early solo career. The song also features a driving rhythm section with contributions from bassist Bob Daisley and drummer Lee Kerslake. Coming in number 4 is Goodbye to Romance from Blizzard of Oz, released in 1980. This one's a big deal. It was actually the first song Ozzy and Randy Rhoads wrote together and the first track written for the album. It's basically Ozzy's goodbye letter to Black Sabbath. The lineup here is classic: Ozzy on vocals, Randy on guitar, Bob Daisley on bass, and Lee Kerslake on drums. Musically, it's got this really nice emotional feel, kind of influenced by Pachelbel's canon, since Randy Rhoads was into the classical music. You can really hear the way he plays it. And I always like this one. Randy's guitar work is awesome. And here's a fun fact. I looked it up, and Ozzy played the song 401 times, and it's been covered by 18 different artists. So I thought that was pretty cool. And number 3 is Killer of Giants. This is from The Ultimate Sin, Ozzy's 4th solo studio album. The album was released when the band was having some personal and professional problems, but it was still very successful. It's known for its polished glam metal sound, which reflects the mid-80s production style. The album featured guitarist Jakey Lee, bassist Phil Sousan, and drummer Randy Castillo. I've always felt Killer of Giants is one of his most serious and ambitious tracks. It's a medium, fast, heavy metal song with a dark, atmospheric tone, blending melodic guitar riffs, haunting keyboards, and Ozzy's emotional vocals. Jakey Lee's guitar playing stands out, has many layers, and the way Ron Nevison produced it gives it a very cinematic quality. The song's lyrics talk about the threat of nuclear war and how people can be destructive. This was something that people were worried about back in the 80s. The song includes lyrics like, "If none of us believe in war, then can you tell me what the weapon's for?" In other words, Killer Giants is a metaphor for the destructive forces of war or nuclear power threatening the world. I've always thought it was a really great song. It was never released as a single, but I think they should have released it. I think it had the potential of being a big hit. Coming in number 2 is Fire in the Sky. It's a powerful rock ballad by Ozzy Osbourne from his 5th solo studio album, No Rest for the Wicked, released in 1988. The song features guitar work by Zakk Wylde, known for his emotional and intense playing style. Fire in the Sky talks about deep feelings of loneliness, sadness, and looking for meaning and purpose in life. The lyrics are like a metaphor. They talk about the battles a person has inside. For example, the song mentions castles burning. It could be about a person's emotional defenses breaking down because of a troubled childhood. The fire in the sky metaphor represents an overwhelming emotional and existential challenge faced by the individual. I've always liked the song. I think Ozzy's singing makes the song feel haunting and deep, and it makes listeners feel the same way. The song can also speak to people dealing with their own personal challenges. I've always thought the song was a hidden gem. I think the song is full of emotion. Ozzy sings it powerfully, and Zakk plays masterful guitar riffs. The song also features Bob Daisley on bass and Randy Castillo on drums. My number 1 song is going to be a different one. It's Close My Eyes Forever. The song is a duet by Ozzy Osbourne and Lita Ford. It was on Lita Ford's 1988 album Lita. The song was written during a studio session where both artists were drinking a lot. It led to them writing the lyrics together. The song is a glam metal ballad. It has a haunting melody and emotional singing. The song's lyrics talk about feeling vulnerable, emotional pain, and the complexities of love. The song includes lines that express fear, longing, and the struggle to hold on to dreams when things are hard. The chorus asks, "If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain unchanged?" It shows the desire to escape pain and hold a moment in time. "Close My Eyes Forever" became a major hit, reaching number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1989. This made it both Lita Ford's highest charting single as well as Ozzy Osbourne's highest charting solo hit. The music video shows Ozzy and Lita singing separately. They're often shown in different places. It symbolizes they are emotionally distant even though singing together. The video ends with them sharing a shot together, but they are physically apart. This makes the song's themes of longing and separation even stronger. I've always liked the song. I think it's one of the best songs that Ozzy has ever made that doesn't appear on one of his own studio albums. I remember listening to this a lot when it came out, and I think it's a great song. If you haven't already, you should check out my latest video where I rank the opening tracks of Ozzy. Thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you want to. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I do rock and metal reviews, rankings, and all that other stuff, and I will see you in the next one.